What it do? Let's go. We at it again with another episode of Massive Talk Podcast. I'm your host, Maz Double, and I got my co-host with me, Luce Cruz. What up, Luce Cruz? Talk to me. How you feeling, Luce? How you feeling?
I'm feeling good.
We're feeling good on this beautiful Sunday, huh?
Mm-hmm. Beautiful Sunday.
You know, don't mind my raspy voice. We're gonna get into it. You know, we're gonna get into that about my raspy voice. My voice sounds very horsey right now. You know, it sounds like I was singing opera last night. No, for real.
Estaba cantando ópera.
You know what I'm saying? Estaba cantando ayer que la voz mía está. Necesito Vicks. That's how they say it. El
Vicks.
You know, because you know how Puerto Ricans say to put Vicks on everything.
Everything. Your whole body.
Yo.
Eso te cura.
Yo, you heard? That's why I brought Vicks. But they say el V. Busca el V. El V instead of Vicks.
Si
they say el V.
de pie, usa el Vicks.
Yo, so, you know, I got a raspy voice. I got to go get the Vicks. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, here we are, man. Another episode, man. Episode 9. We are here with episode 9 on this beautiful Sunday. We are blessed to be alive. We are grateful that we are alive. And I pray that you guys feel the same way that me and Luce feels. Mm-hmm. You know, this podcast is to motivate, encourage, make you guys laugh here and there, you know, bring sense of humor, bring some topics up, you know, that we have gathered up in the past week. You guys already know. Mm-hmm. There's some people that be commenting. I appreciate you guys that be commenting. Those are the ones that be tapped in. So they kind of already know what we're doing here with this podcast. They know what we're bringing to the table as far as topics and just being ourselves. And I appreciate you guys joining us, you know, on our journey with our podcast, you know. But yeah, today's a beautiful Sunday. We just got out of service, and it was great. You know, we went to our Sunday service. We got our spiritual food, and I feel really good about that. I feel good already before that, you know, because I keep a positive mindset. But that just adds, you know, that adds to my spiritual healthy journey that I'm going through, that I've been going through. It just adds to it. You know what I'm saying? You know, so that's why I added that to go back, you know, because I was raised in church as a young one. And, you know, when you're young, you really don't have no understanding at all, you know. But as you get older, and remember, I told you guys I'm 75 years old. Let's go with that, not that one. I'm 75 years old. So, you know, we could clap on that too. I made it to 75. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, yeah, your boy's 75. So, you know, now that I'm 75 years old, you know, I have better understanding in life, which I've been having it for a while now. You know, so I decided to go back to get my spiritual food on Sundays. I try to stay committed to going every Sunday. But it's a beautiful thing, you know. It's like it's honestly like just great therapy, you know. Especially the way that the pastor delivers the message. If you could get yourself a great pastor, it's almost like getting yourself a great therapy, a great therapist, right?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And you know, thank God for the connection that we've had for all these years, you know, because of my grandmother. You know, the woman that raised me. This was her church. We already told you guys before this in a couple other podcasts, but you know, the connection that we have is beautiful. But you know, like I said, I go in there with an open mind, with an open heart. Luce does too. A lot of other people go there too. A lot of beautiful other people go there, right? But I'm giving you why I go there. right now. I'm speaking on my behalf. My behalf is I go in there with an open mind and an open heart, and it's beautiful words. And to me, it's like words of encouragement,
Yeah.
And it's good to have people like that, putting good words in your ears, into your soul. Because they're doing it. Just they put it. So they study all week. What they're gonna. Remember, they do this every week. These pastors and these people and they do this every week, right? They probably do this 3 times a week. But I try to go on a Sunday. I try to make it, on a Sunday, and so I know what they gather up for their study for Sunday. Mm-hmm. I know they gotta come up with these, they go into the Bible, and what they do is they break down scenarios, or they do a great job. You know what I'm saying? Like they come up with a topic of the.
Yeah, cause this is usually
Go ahead, Eva. Yeah.
When they come up with a topic, is a topic that God sends to them.
Yes.
And then what they do is they put all that into, they study. It's like when you go to school. You know how they give you, you got to write an essay, and this is what the essay is. So God gives you the title.
Yeah.
And then you come with what you want to preach about.
Yes.
What you want to talk about. So it's like an essay.
Yes.
And
he been doing it for 36 years.
Very long time.
He's been doing that for 30. The church been open probably like 50 something years.
Yeah, we just celebrated. What is it? 54.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
When did we celebrate?
In the 50s.
In the 50s.
And then he's been doing that for 30. He's been a pastor for 30 some years. Yeah. So he's a how they say, like he said today, un clásico.
Yeah, he said the older folks
are classics.
You
know what I'm saying?
I like that though.
Antiques, classics.
Antique classic people.
Yeah, so he's very knowledgeable, and the stuff that he be preaching, people could relate. I'm talking about from all walks of life, especially when you got to go in with an open mindset.
Yep.
You have to go in with great understanding. Mm-hmm. If you're a person that can understand very well a lot of different things, then you will understand the message he's trying to deliver.
Yeah.
Because it can hit anybody at different walks of life. Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah. And everybody receives the message differently, but some people receive it the same, because it's almost like metaphorically, he's putting out this message out there that God, like she said, like Lou said, God has given this message, what he's going to bring on to the next week. And, damn, my voice is bad.
But anyways, today, it was a great, I almost tore it down. No. So today, the topic of the preaching that he did today was be patient. Basically, be patient.
Wait, like in Spanish, it was espera means wait.
Like wait, meaning be patient. Like there's things that people ask for. There's things that we, will be like, oh my God, I wish I had this or I wish I had that. And sometimes because we ask for it doesn't mean we're going to get it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because if it's not meant for you to have that, you're not going to get that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's saying wait because it's in God's time.
Yes.
When God says is the time for you to get it, that's when you're going to get it.
Especially if
be patient.
Especially if you have, I want to add to that, especially if you have faith in a God.
Exactly.
In God. Yep. In a God, whatever God, you guys, out there are serving or whatever, or believe in. But if you have faith in God, right, then you would have this patience to wait.
Yep, it's all in due time.
And that means that, and you won't stress yourself out. Mm-hmm. Because if you can't wait, if you're in desperation of certain things, whatever it is in your life that you need or whatever, and you're in desperation, then you can't wait. Then it comes. He was talking about that. It comes with a lot. Yeah. You're gonna put a lot of troubles on you. Mm-hmm. You to the point you could get sick.
Yeah.
Or do something bad because you can't wait. Mm-hmm. You get it?
Yeah. Out of desperation. Rush into it and then it comes out wrong. So basically, that was the subject. That was be patient So everything could go well, because once you rush, if you don't be patient and wait for the right timing, because there's always the right timing for everything, then, it might not come out good, the outcome.
Yo, and he was saying, he was also talking about, he was bringing up different scenarios. Mm-hmm. A lot of different examples of why people need to wait, because it was aiming at somebody might be, he was talking to somebody might be waiting for an apartment. Mm-hmm. Somebody might need an apartment. They're waiting for that apartment, and they're in desperate need. But he was saying something that might not be the apartment that you're going to get. You might not
be the one for you.
You might get a better one.
Yeah.
That was one example. Another example was when he was talking about the credit. You might want this car. You might be sitting in a 2004 or 99
or 2026. He's like,
no, but you might be, but right now currently you might be sitting in, or you might be riding a bike and or whatever it is, or walking. Yeah. And he was saying, you probably want a 2026 car. That's why
that has all the upgrades and everything.
You might want this new vehicle. But you have to wait, because it comes with, when you go to these dealers or whatever, they gotta check your credit. Yeah. There's a lot of things that you gotta go through. Or you might have to save up $40,000, $30,000, not whatever. If you're going cash, you might have to save thousands. Yeah. If you're going credit, you have to build this. So there's a lot of steps.
So you gotta wait, and you gotta be patient to grow your credit in order to get that vehicle.
You know what I'm saying?
Basically, that's what he used as a metaphor.
A few of them. There's a few others that I'm not gonna get into, but it was. Yeah. I'm just giving you a couple.
But that one was I liked that one.
Which one about the credit? The credit, because your credit might be low, and so now you gotta build that up. Mm-hmm. There's a bunch of things that you have to do to get your score from a 500 to a 800 or whatever it is. Whatever, so there's steps that you got to take. And through that process, you have to wait. Tiene que esperar. Yeah. So shout out to Pato Medina, you know what I'm saying, for delivering that beautiful message today. But there was a whole lot of things that he was breaking it down, that it was very understandable. Now that I'm older, because I already told you guys I'm like 75 years old, and now that I'm older, I'm able to understand these messages. You know what I'm saying, though? Yeah. Because when you're younger, you don't really understand. There's don't get it messed up. There's some kids out there that do understand. There's some kids that mentally they grow up fast. So not all kids have that. Yep. There's a lot of kids that be young and they mature quickly.
Because they had to grow up quickly.
You know what I'm saying? So, so this message could hit everybody. This message about waiting and being patient, it could touch anybody that's going through something. So that's why we wanted to kind of like touch on it real quick, because you might be in desperate need of something in your life. And especially now in the holidays, holidays are here, and some people might be expecting or wanting something. And, you just got to be grateful for what you get. And you got to sometimes wait. Even if you don't get what you really want for the holidays, it's maybe not the right time for you to get it. Exactly. But you will get it as long as you have faith in God that you will get it, and you add patience to it. Yeah. If not, then you're going to have a lot of trouble, because you're going to stress yourself out. If you don't have patience and you can't wait, y no puede esperar por algo.
You might put yourself in a situation.
You might put yourself through a situation, and we don't want that.
And if your gut is telling you no, okay, this is not, because your gut is usually going to tell you. Your intuition is usually going to tell you if it's a right decision or not. We know right from wrong. So if it's something that you want to do, and you be like, and you're already overthinking, and like, okay, well, if I do this, if you're questioning, that means no, it's not the right time. Yeah. Because if something's right, believe me, you're gonna answer. You're gonna be like, yep, I'm gonna go for it, and that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah. So. Yeah, and as long as you believe that you will receive it later on, and you're patient enough, and you could wait, and you add the waiting to it, you will get it. Yeah. Yeah. I was telling her earlier. I was saying, even if you're 17 years old or 15 or 17 or 18, 19, 20, whatever, you're waiting for something, you might turn 140 and didn't get it yet, but on 141, you might get it. I haven't heard of anybody that has turned 141. And if you have, please let me know.
Yo, drop a comment.
Because the only number I have heard of and seen is 110 because my great grandfather,
Yeah.
mi abuelito, he was 110 when he passed away.
Yeah, that was beautiful.
So I'm gonna say 110. So
Yeah,
you can wait to 110.
Yeah, we had our grandfather in our family that he went up to, 110.
He was he's an
our
antique.
great grandfather. So my grandfather's father. You know what I'm saying, and which is Luce's grandfather. You know what I'm saying? But he made it to 110. He didn't drink or nothing. He didn't, did he? Or he didn't do nothing?
He did back in the day.
Back in the days, okay.
Like he was very
What?
Mi abuelo era bien party.
Was he?
Papi,
Yeah.
Abuelo?
Yeah. I didn't
Abuelo
know.
era parranda in Puerto Rico, and he'll be like with the music,
Yeah.
going to house.
Okay.
Because I remember when we were little,
Yeah.
Mommy used to take us to Puerto Rico.
Yep.
Okay, because Mommy siempre estaba en Puerto Rico.
Yes.
So
yes. I
entonces,
remember.
my favorite part was when in the morning you're waking up in the morning and you hear the beep, beep,
The rooster? The
No,
rooster? The
it's
what? The coquí?
No, ay, ¿cómo se llama eso? The thing that you squeeze that goes the
horn,
piraguas do that they ring. They do like when the piragua lady walks around here.
Okay, the little horn. Like a
horn.
horn. The little horn.
There we
Okay. The horn.
Sorry.
We're trying to figure
Still
out
drinking
the horn.
coffee. Anyways, but that's an excuse because it's not even early.
She's like,
in the
what is
morning.
it? What? The horn.
The horn.
The horn, guys.
So I remember when we used to go to Puerto Rico and early in the morning, I think it's like 5 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning, you hear the horn. Beep, beep. And they're like, aquí vendiendo donuts.
They were selling
be
things.
selling
Okay.
donuts. They're walking up the street where Grandpa used to live. And I used to love it.
Yeah, that's
And
beautiful.
Mommy would go out there buy us donuts
Yeah,
or whatever, porque yo siempre me iba con Mommy.
yeah.
Entonces, but it was, I used to love it.
Yeah.
But Grandpa used to, yes. He used to
110,
drink
man.
and everything. He went to the army.
Yeah, okay.
And everything.
Veteran.
He was, he was a woman's man.
Yeah.
He was very flirtatious.
Was he? He was a player.
So if any of our family is that, I know where they got it from.
That's
But anyways.
funny, that's funny.
But he was a great man. And then, so he lasted to 110 years old.
Man,
110 years old.
to me, that's fire.
And he was still, like, strong when I seen him.
I want to live to past 110. I want to break the
telling you.
record.
But that's what happens when you take very well. Yeah, you do things that when you're younger or whatever, but then, it's up to you to
change
have
it,
better health.
Yeah.
When you're getting older because you want to last longer. He lasted 110. That's a great age.
That is a great age. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of rare to, it is rare. A lot of us are passing away young.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of us, don't make it to past our 50s. Like, it's. So shout out to the people that be, 110s and 20s. I don't know 120s, but I have something in the notes here. I think it was talking about the age. They're coming up with something like, I don't know I think so. I'll check in a minute. But so back to to yesterday. So we got that out the way. Boom, Sunday, boom. So what happened today? Yesterday, well, I had a performance, in Holyoke, Mass. I went out there and performed a few songs. It was great night. So I have a friend. Shout out to my boy Devani Lavo. He's an artist. He's an artist, entrepreneur, event coordinator, a barber, a DJ. I'm telling you right now, this guy does it all. You know what I'm saying? If you ever want to book him, if you're looking for a DJ or anything like that, he has a lot of resources as well when it comes down to promotional things. And you can hit him up on his page, Devani Ayala, DIVANI AYALA, Devani Ayala on social media. But he sets up an event. You could kind of tell I was performing last night because my voice is like out of it. This thing is.
Estaba gritando.
La voz mía está horsey, raspy, ronco. Horsey, raspy, ronco. You heard?
Horsey, raspy, ronco.
You heard? Oh man, you know what I'm saying? But I was like, we got to do this podcast. My voice is in and out. It's just like, man, I need some cough medicine or something.
Some tea.
Some tea. Okay, with honey. And yeah, you're right.
Some tea.
After this, I'm gonna drink me some
and
tea.
relax. No talking, no nothing.
Yeah, man. But I had to give you guys this podcast because today is Sunday, and me and Luce, we do our our episodes every Sunday. And right now we're at 9. But yeah, back to last night. So last night we had a show in Holyoke, Mass. Luce was there. We went over there. And it was nice. Look at my voice. That sound crazy. I bet you on the mic that sound nuts. Right though? Like you hear it over there? Right.
You know how a lot of artists, when you're going to perform, that a lot of people say, oh my God, I like him because he has a raspy voice.
My voice is raspy. It's done.
No, for real. You need some tea. After this, you really need to make some tea. Man, I got tea there anyways.
My voice is
But it was a great, it was beautiful. It was great.
Yep.
It was packed.
It was packed.
It started getting hot in there.
Yeah, it
started getting hot.
Yeah.
But we had a great time. They treated us very well.
Yes.
Nice people.
Yeah.
But like he said, if you guys want to book something or whatever.
Yeah.
Is Devani Ayala.
Yep.
You can look him up on all platforms and stuff like that.
So this was his 4th annual night to party. He does it every year, and it turned out very great. It was formal. This year he went formal with it, so everybody was dressed very nice. Shout out to everybody that went over there. Excuse me on that. Yeah, it was a dope event. Shout out to the artists that performed as well. The people that I think own the facility. They're called Bombaki. And the place we did it at was Central Cultura Bombaki. That's the name of the facility. Shout out to them. It was a nice spot, and they also performed. They do that. What you were saying, that Spanish.
They do the Puerto Rico dance back in the day.
Yeah, with the instruments.
With the congas, and you do the flipping of the dress. And
what is that called? Pandera? Is that called pandera?
I don't remember.
What is it? I think it's called pandera.
It's called
something like that. But it was fire. It was very cultural.
Beautiful.
Puerto Rico vibes. They came in and did
it. Do you have a nice clip in there? Or no?
I got
so you can show them a sneak peek?
Let me see what I got. Let me see if I got something, since we're even talking about it. Let me see if I got, I know I was on, okay, let me see if this is, I don't think I got the Bomba Aquí performance.
No, because you went on live.
I went on live, but I could probably go to the live real quick. Let me see if I go to the live to my Facebook.
Yeah, so they could at least get a clip.
You can see it on my Facebook too, guys. If you go to Masked Up on Facebook, but I'm gonna see right now if I pull it up and have Luce show it on the screen of them performing. Let me see. I don't know if it's gonna. Okay, yeah. Turn that up.
Turn it to the side.
This way or the other side?
Turn it. I'll let you know before I play it. One more time, twist. No, it's not staying straight. It was straight the first time. Right there.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
You wanna?
Can you show it that way?
Right here. Let's see if you guys could get a glimpse of it.
This was on my Facebook Live, so you guys could go back there and check it out there. But it was definitely there's the vibes here. You can watch it over there, right? You're watching it?
Yeah, I'm watching
it. Okay, good. I think I got some better shots too. Let me try this fast forward.
So you're gonna forward.
Okay. You guys can see that a little bit, right?
Yeah.
So look at with the timbales. That's what they're called. Timbales.
Yep. The congas.
The congas. Congas. They had singers. They had dancers.
It's like a parranda.
Parranda. That's what it's called.
That's what Grandpa used to go, and then he used to go to everybody's house and.
Look at that beautiful person right there.
Yeah, Eric. You have to make sure you get his face there.
We in there vibing.
Y yo estoy behind him. Yo estoy detrás de él.
Yeah.
Look at this is what I mean.
Yeah, it was a good night. So basically, this is what we were talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like, so the people playing this right now, this live band, they're the owners of this facility.
Yep.
This is their facility. You can take that off the screen
Hold
now.
on.
Yep. You know, so they're the owners of the facility, and it's called Bombaki. You know. Here.
And then, do you wanna
Well, what else? Show some pictures.
a clip of what you performed yesterday?
We could show a clip. Yep. Right. Let's go to my clip real quick. A little snippet real fast. I'll go back to my Facebook because I shared it on my Facebook, a little snippet. All right, let me, is it straight or no like that? Or is it crooked?
Nope, it's sideways right now.
I wonder why it's doing that.
I don't know. Right there, está bien.
Right there's good?
Yep. Ready?
Hold on. Give me a second. I'll tell you right now. This is a little snippet she's going to play now. Before you get to my city, you're passing Springfield. You can't believe the lies, even if they seem real. The places don't do you ain't loyal. Should that surprise you? They try to kick you while you're down. You still gotta rise up. Right there, you can cut it. You're the definition.
Yeah.
Fire, you know what I'm saying? So that was it there, a little snippet of that. You know, that's how the night went. You know, it was a great night, man. That's when my voice is a little raspy because I performed a few songs, you know, and you know. But thank you, Devani, for having me, and shout out to I want to shout out Capitan. He performed before me, and he did a great job. He performed 2 fire songs. He had the place turned up too. Devani as well. Devani's fire, you know, great artist.
Yeah, very
he
cool.
had the ladies turned up. You know, he had the crowd turned up. You know, he's a Spanish artist. He does music for the ladies. He does all types of different cool, like bachata, salsa. Like this guy's reggaeton. Like, he does it all. And, you know, you guys can look him up.
And he really sings very, very well.
He really does.
He got some good music.
Yeah, he really does, man. You know, and a lot of people support us in the communities and stuff. So the place was packed, right, Luz? It was packed?
Yeah, it was packed. Like I said, it was so packed. Like it was. You could barely walk.
It was.
You could barely walk
Yeah.
through the facility.
Yeah.
That space that you seen in that clip there was because they were told to move back to give space to the artists.
Yeah.
Because it was so packed in the front and everything.
Nah, it
you
really
know,
was.
so we had to everybody had to move. But I was recording, so you know.
Yeah.
That's why you guys didn't see me.
You
guys could hear me though.
She was chilling. Yeah, she was in the cut
You
chilling.
guys could hear me
She was
in the
vibing out.
background.
You know, it was called the All Red and White Night to Party event. And then let me shout out some people. So there was sweets. There was some a cake lady there. Like, right? You see the table? She goes by the name of Remeli's Sweets. You guys could look her up online and check her out. It was sponsored by Frances Santos. It was de todo un poco restaurant, Frances Santos. It was sponsored by them. It was sponsored by Calle. It was sponsored by Remeli Sweet was there. Pocahana Ortiz. You know, and the lady that decorated, her name was Hennessy Reto. She's the one that decorated the event, all the balloons and all.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
she's the one that
That was very nice.
It was very, very elegant, very clean. The music was beautiful.
You want to show a couple clips of the pictures that you took?
I want to shout out Yola. Yola pulled up. You know, Belly Gang Yola. You know, he pulled up and he showed some love to the event. I wanted to shout out him. But and La Borichina was there. She's another sponsor. She was a host. Let me see if I got some pictures real quick. Let me see what we got for pictures. Back to my Facebook. I posted them last night. Boom. That's that picture right there.
Hold on.
Is it straight too? Is it good?
Yeah, it is.
That's Devani right there with the red jacket. That's me in the middle. And then that's my boy Belly Gang Yola. You know, you guys can look them all on all platforms and check out their stuff. But Yola came through and supported, and that was love. You know, I appreciate you pulling up, bro. That was official. Shout out to you. We actually got to bring these guys up here for interviews. So, you know, we're going to be bringing Yola up for an interview. We're going to be bringing Devani. We're going to be bringing these individual businesses, entities, entertainers, artists, entrepreneurs. We're going to bring these people up here and give the people the interview. You know what I'm saying? You took it out?
Yep.
Let me get another picture of me and Yola. There's me and Yola right here. You can show that one. Boom. You know what I'm saying? This is at the event last night. What else? You could take that one out too. This is the other one right here with that's me, Devani Lavo, and La Boricina. La Boricina is a poppin' person as well. She's lit. She has a restaurant in Connecticut that you guys should all pull up to. It's a Puerto Rican / Chinese cuisine restaurant. Yeah, man. It's I'm telling you, man.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, she's well known. Great food. I haven't been there yet, but from the reviews and the people, you know, that be talking about it, it's amazing food. I'm definitely gonna pull up over there. Lucid will pull up over there as well. We're gonna show La Boricina some love and go try out her food, man. You know all I hear is good things about La Boricina, man. Shout out to her. You can remove that.
Yeah, we might go over there and do a little bit of like food testing and bring it up in here and let you guys know the experience. That'll be kind of interesting to do.
Yeah, Luce be doing that on her TikTok. She be doing like food reviews. That's why she brought it up. Follow Luce Cruz on TikTok. You know, LUZCRUZ on TikTok. She's lit on TikTok. She got a nice following. She's almost close to 10K. Help her get to that 10K and beyond, you know.
And you'll see a little bit of everything. You'll see comedy. I like to be funny.
She does, yeah.
You'll see a little bit of me of every type of way.
Yeah.
Like I could be serious. I could be actor. I could be laughing. I could be singing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I could be doing a lot of things.
She entertains. She entertains, man. She'll make you laugh. And you know, she got some great content up there. And you know, she stays consistent. She also goes live on there. And she engages with her audience. And things like that, man. Go to her page, follow her, and drop some comments, man. Show her some love. Hit them likes on them videos. Get them likes up. And she might be doing a La Boricina review with the food. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yo, I hate that my voice is like this. I can't stand it, but I'm pushing through for my people. You know, we're here to give you guys another episode. Yeah. This is episode 9. I'm very excited that we're even here about right now. Like, this is amazing. So now, so we're off for the party last night. It was a great event. Shout out to everybody that came out. I also, I got rid of a lot of tickets. So I got a new show. I want to get into that now. I got another performance coming up in Echo Lounge this Saturday, the 13th, December 13th. I have another show coming up. And let me see if I can get the flyer real quick. Give me 1 second. But I have a show coming up December 13th, and I have the tickets here. You want to zoom in on these tickets real quick, Yvette? Can they see that?
Yeah, they can see it.
Boom, you know what I'm saying?
Hold on. There we go.
So that's what's going on. That's what's going on there. Let me turn this down. Let me see if I got something here for you.
But he still got tickets left.
All right, show this little clip too right here, Lou. Tell me when you're ready.
All right, I'm ready.
These are the performers that are performing that day. Shout out to these artists, for real. Got these tickets, you know what I'm saying? You could get out of that. You know what I'm saying? Let me see if I got another flyer in here somewhere. Okay, this is the flyer right here. You can show that. Boom. So this is what's happening on the 13th. It's gonna happen at 268 Rake Street, Holyoke, Mass. There's gonna be a bunch of great artists also performing there. Shout out to Axel Baby. He's another artist from Holyoke that's popping on the reggaeton world. He is a great talent. amazing artist. He actually, when he was younger, I was telling you about this yesterday. When he was younger, he was on Lavo,
Lowell.
The Voice for Kids.
Yep. Yep.
When he was young, I'm not sure if it was when he was 13 or he was young though, and he won. He won one of those seasons, and he got picked up by the Daddy Yankee team. You know, when he was young, but he was on there singing like bachata or like something merengue. It was something in that genre in that area, and he won. The whole thing. Like he was the top one. You know what I'm saying? So that says a lot. Especially like a young kid singing bachata, like his voice was phenomenal to the point he won big the whole event, and Daddy Yankee picked him up, and he was on his team. You still got the flyer up? Show that flyer. You can show the flyer, you know, and so you could keep the flyer out there with me and you, and you know, so this is happening in Echo Lounge. Shout out to Echo Lounge for adding me on the flyer, you know, and you know. I'm probably gonna be the only English rapper performing this night, like I was yesterday. Yesterday I was the only English rapper performing last night as well, which I don't mind doing that. I love that because I'm able to gain Spanish audience. And shout out to Royal in the background barking.
The dog.
I don't know if y'all heard him, but yeah, you know, shout out to our son, you know, or my nephew.
Hold on. No.
Yeah. So boom. No, you can put it back.
Well,
the flyer. So Echo Lounge, sábado del día 13, you know, December 13th, from 9:30 p.m. to 2 a.m. I'm gonna be performing. The DJ's DJ Cheeky. Shout out to DJ Cheeky. That's my boy. You know, and you know, you see the flyer right there, man. 268 Rake Street, Holyoke, Mass. The first 100 women, they get in for free. The first 100 women, they get it for free. And then I got these tickets right here. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
I got the tickets there. So, you know, this podcast is going to be uploaded today. So if you're in the 413 area and you want a ticket, hit me up and I got you. And I'm giving these out for free. You know, these are free. You could go to the event for free. I could sell them for, you know, $20. You know, I could sell them for $20 if I wanted to, $10, $5. I could do all that, but I'm not. I'm giving it to the people for free because I want you to come out and enjoy yourself. You know, if you're a drinker, go out and get some drinks at the bar. If you're not, just come out and enjoy the music, enjoy the festivities, and enjoy this great talent. We're basically ending the year correctly. You know, we're giving our community this concert. My voice is head, yo. You guys can hear this. My voice is head. So we're giving the community. You know, we're giving them a end of the year. What would you call this?
It's our end of the year bash.
You know what I'm saying?
Like a pal.
Yeah. You know, we just gave y'all
4th of July.
We just gave y'all a show yesterday. Now we're gonna give you a show this Saturday.
Yeah.
So come out. If I was y'all, come out. Come check out the show. You know, because it's gonna be my last performance of the year. And you know, let's end the year right, you know, because we're getting into the 2026, you know what I'm saying? So let's end the year right and come vibe with me. Hit me up on my DMs, hit me up in the comments. If you guys want these tickets, let me know. I got y'all. You know what I'm saying? Thank y'all for the love. I appreciate it. We could get off this flyer here.
Yep.
Boom. So that's that. You know, I wanted to promote the show. And now, you know, anything else you want to say before we get into some topics, News? What you got? You got anything on your mind? And you know, what's up with you before we get into these topics?
Just getting ready for another week.
Right?
Another week of work.
Yeah.
You know, I love work, but you know, it gets hectic at times.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. And
yeah. But it's a small thing to a giant, and you got it.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're strong for that, and we applaud you for the great work you do. You know what I'm saying? You want to give them a little bit of your title of what do you do for work?
I do.
You don't got to get into crazy details.
Yeah,
but,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
like give them an example.
So basically, my job consists. I do a family partner.
Yeah.
A family partner is a person who works with, close to families, and you're like that partner in crime with the parents. And what I do is I help these families. These families are struggling to deal with their children, or they're struggling to find housing, or they're struggling with anything that they're struggling with in life. There's a lot of things that people are struggling with, these years. Shelter, stuff like that. So basically, I go in there, and if they need help with parenting, learning how to find or figure out, how can I explain it? Basically, just me. They're gonna be modeling what I ask or I help them to do for their children. Because I do work with disabilities. They could have autism. They could have ADHD. They could have ODD. There's all sorts of
different
diagnoses
cases
out there.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So there is always something.
Yeah.
Plus we also get, harder cases and,
Yeah.
families that we have to deal with that fact.
Yeah.
I think the hardest part of my job is understanding the different dynamics of culture.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because, what I believe, my other cultures might not believe. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying? So
yes.
something that I see wrong might not be wrong to them.
Yeah.
So it's like I gotta learn how to fit myself
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
research and everything to understand what these families are going through
Yeah.
and to understand their beliefs.
Yes.
Even though I don't believe in it, I still have to help these people.
You still got to help them. Yes.
Because that's my job.
That's your job. Yeah.
And
listen, we want to applaud you. Like, I want to applaud you personally. And I'm sure the people out there are going to applaud you as well for that great work that you do, working with these families and these troubled kids or whatever they have. They have disabilities, all types of things. But we want to applaud you for taking that stand, to help these people. And you're doing a phenomenal job. You've been doing this for like 7 years. Yeah, it's for 7 years you've been doing this. And it's definitely, we need more of that in the communities. And we need more people like that to step up and really help families out. And I applaud that. So I'm gonna applaud it, and thank you, man. And I'm happy and I'm grateful to have you on this podcast because of the way you are, the way you carry yourself, and it's professional. And in life we all come a long way. And where you're at now, like I said, you've been there 7 years doing that, and you're still going. And I can't wait to celebrate your 10-year anniversary in there too. You know what I'm saying? So that's beautiful there. She got a few more years, and she'll be there for 10 years. You hear that, guys? My voice is crazy.
Hey, you sound like the Sopranos.
Yo, my shit sound crazy.
What is it? A Scarface?
Yo, my voice.
The Scarface.
I'm
Do the part of the Scarface. You know when they sit at the table? You never seen the movie Scarface?
I did, of course, yeah, but what part?
Or the Sopranos, when they sit at the table and they're talking a deal.
Yeah.
They're all raspy.
So we're going to go and we're going to make this deal over there in California.
No,
guys.
No,
okay, I'm off.
That is not
Scarface. I'm off. You know what I'm saying?
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it. I don't know what I never really watched. So, they're probably going to get me in the comments. I never really watched Sopranos like that.
Oh, my God.
I never was like, I never watched it.
You're going to have to binge watch it. It's really, really good.
They still got it out on Netflix and all that?
Yeah,
Netflix?
You can look it up, yep.
Yeah? So I'm going to laugh at myself for not watching Sopranos.
It's really good.
And then I'm going to hit myself with, for not watching Sopranos.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
I can't believe you didn't watch Sopranos. I was hooked.
Sopranos.
I was stuck. No, you know what? Another thing I was hooked to? Stranger Things. I just finished the season 5.
Yep.
Woo!
Look at that.
I can't wait for the next one. It was great.
So my brother was in the comments telling me, you gotta watch it. He was also telling me in the comments yesterday. My brother, shout out to Ruben. He in the comments he said that he's like, you ain't watch it. You gotta watch. He said, you gotta watch it. Like he said, it was a nice comment. But
really
I'm
good.
definitely lately I've been watching Nate Jackson. I was just showing you earlier the comedy guy.
Oh,
I've been on my stand-up comedy stuff lately. I've been watching Nate Jackson, man. He's funny. Look him up. He's funny. He's crazy. He's crazy, but I love it. The way he does it is organic. It's almost like improv, like off the top. No script, nothing.
no, they're made for that. They're
yeah.
made for that.
So I've been watching him lately, but I do got to get into the what is it called? The show that you talking about?
Oh, Stranger Things. Stranger Things.
I got to get into that.
Like I said,
you watched it all already?
Yo estaba ahí. I'm telling you, with one eye open, one eye closed.
So now it's episode 5 already out?
Yes.
And you already watched it all?
I already watched it.
Dang, what?
So now I gotta wait till 6.
Dang. So now they're gonna drop a 6? Mm-hmm. But we gotta wait a while for
We gotta wait now. Because that one, 5 just came out.
And how many episodes was in 5?
I think it was, ¿qué eran? 6?
Say
6 or 7?
That's too short to me.
6 or 7.
Yeah. Because I'm gonna
now
watch
we
it like
gotta
this.
wait. Yeah.
When I start binge watching, I'm gonna watch it like this.
Yeah, it's gonna take like the whole weekend.
A whole weekend, right?
A whole weekend. If you sit there pegado,
like 3 or 4 days.
Leave a mark in your couch.
Yeah.
Pegado.
Yeah. No, when I binge watch, that's what I do. Honestly. Yeah.
I'll be like, where's Eric?
Yeah, you ain't gonna see me for 4 days. Like what?
You missing it?
Yo. There's a few things that I watch like that. Ozarks,
Tulsa King is actually another good show.
Yeah, I binge watched Tulsa King, Ozarks.
What else?
When The Walking Dead came out, I binge watched that. That was good. There was a lot of things that I binge watch. I like long I like long episodes. Mm-hmm. Like a lot of seasons, a lot of episodes. Mm-hmm. I like that type of stuff. I don't like short things because then it's like they leave me waiting.
Yeah. You know? And I don't like watching something in that, like you just said. I don't like watching something that just one episode came out. Yeah. And then you gotta wait. I'd rather have a couple
stack up.
that I could be able to sit there and while I'm watching those, the other ones are coming out.
You know what I'm saying?
I get bored.
Yeah.
I get bored and then I'm like, what do I watch?
I watched a lot of. I be binge watching. Yeah, but I haven't binge watched in a while. Just lately, I've been watching. For the past 3 days, I have been basically binge watching a lot of his Nate Jackson stand-up comedy. Yep. For the past 3 days, I've just been. One day I was like, let me. Like a few days ago, I was like, let me watch it, and I watched one, and I was hooked. I got hooked. I was laughing for like 2 hours till like 2 in the morning. I started watching it like at midnight, and I was trying to go to bed and I couldn't because it was so addicting, bro. I was laughing, dying, cracking up with this comedian. He's funny. Funny as
the other show is coming. Another show is coming out. I'm still another show that I am hooked on is Equalizer.
One? Okay.
With Queen Latifah.
I haven't seen that one. Yeah. It's good.
Ay, Dios mío. I'm just waiting for the next one.
Yeah, how many
every time
how many seasons? How many seasons they come out with? How many seasons?
Yo creo que hay 4 o 5.
Okay. 4 or 5.
They're coming I think the 5th one's coming out now that she's working on it because she went on her TikTok. She's like, I'm working on it.
Yeah.
Coming out with the next one.
Okay.
Pero, oh my God, it's so good.
It's
if you guys watched the movie Equalizer with
Denzel Washington.
Yep. It's like that, but it's a female version and it's Queen Latifah.
Okay.
And she's like the one that's there to save the people.
Save the world. Shout out to Queen Latifah. What I'm saying?
I love it. And then The Force is coming out también.
The Force? 50 Cent, The Force.
Yep.
Force.
Yeah,
with Tommy. With Tommy?
Yep.
Yeah. I can't wait to watch.
That one's coming out.
I watched all those. So I'm waiting for the new one to come out. Force. Yeah, that's it. 50 Cent been producing some dope, Shout out to 50 Cent. Shout out to Queen Latifah. All right, let me see what we got here. Okay, let's go. This is the first one I see here. Let me know if that comes out good. Before you put it, is it normal?
No, tiene que moverlo. Right. No, the other way.
No, so it's the wrong way. That way?
Right there.
Nah, this is the wrong way. Let me
Is it?
Anyways, we'll keep it that way. So
yeah, for now.
Yeah, for now. So right here, look at Netflix. I don't know if you guys all heard this now.
Yeah, I've seen this.
Breaking news. Netflix announces they have acquired Warner Brothers Discovery in a $82.7 billion deal. So it looks like Netflix bought Warner Bros. That's a big thing right there.
That's cool.
That's big. So I wanted to shed light on that because that's when it went viral this past week about that. And I thought it was an amazing thing on that. You could remove it off that screen. Yep. Let me see if there's something I can read here. Okay, breaking news. Netflix has announced an $82.7 billion deal to acquire Warner Bros. Discovery, which also includes HBO and HBO Max. The massive move would give Netflix control of the studio's film and TV properties, marking one of the biggest entertainment mergers ever.
Wow.
Yeah?
Yep, but now they're going to have to, if they're going to add these,
took it off the screen, right?
Yeah, I already did. if they're gonna add these Warner Brothers and all that to Netflix, then they need to upgrade because Netflix is already messing up as it is, and it's only Netflix. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So adding 2 more things there, y'all need to update and upgrade.
Yeah,
so we could be able to watch our shows because.
Oh, so now that we were talking about it's not that, yo, but remember we were talking about the age about living for. So put this on the screen. It said there's the topic that I was telling you that I had. That it was saying Chinese scientists developing a drug that could extend human life to 150 years.
Oh, that's why you said it.
That's why I was talking like that.
I'm like,
is this true? I don't know. I pray it is. You know, I'm not in China to know if this is real. I pray it is. Well, the way the world is going right now, this possibly going. The world is going in a new direction. You know, it's not the same as it was in 1980, 1990. It's not the same. You know, a lot of new developments are occurring, right? Mm-hmm. So this type of news, like, do I want this? Yes. That's why I brought it up. Like, you know, let me talk about this. Mm-hmm. You can remove that real quick, and let me read. It says, scientists in China have revealed that a biotech firm has developed a pill aimed at targeting senescent cells that stop dividing and accumulate, contributing to inflammation and age-related diseases. In an effort to extend human lifespan, the Shenzhen-based company claims the pill made with a compound derived from grapeseed, right? You know, there's some other stuff there, could potentially help humans live up to 150 years. However, experts caution that the research is still in its early stages, mostly based on animal trials, you know, poor animals, and theoretical projections. While the concept is disrupting cellular aging and triggering the jump from animal studies to human application is significant, and the possibility of reaching 150 years remains speculative without solid clinical evidence. Additionally, there are numerous ethical, medical, and regulatory hurdles to overcome before such a treatment could become a safe and proven therapy for humans. So that's what we got for that. You know what I'm saying? So
right now they're trying to come up with it. So instead of right now, if you use the chemicals, you won't live to 150. You'll live to 70 after that.
Yeah. Don't use that. Yeah. You can't use that. You can't. No. They're not even gonna put it out until it's
exactly.
Yeah. But, you know, they're probably trying it on, you know, monkeys. They're probably trying it on mountain rats. I don't know. You know, they're trying it on. You know how they be doing it. You know. What else we got here? Okay, another thing, local. I want to talk about the fires. The fires that we've been happening.
Yeah.
Let me go and see what, you know, we've been having some locally in Massachusetts. You can put that on the screen. Locally, you know, we've been going through, we've been having some fires in our community. I wanted to shed light on that, you know. I want to start off first by saying any families affected by these fires that we've been having back to back, because there was back to back.
Yeah.
You know, I'm from Holyoke, Mass, so these fires happened in South Holyoke. You know, one happened, it was on Roberto Clemente and Hamilton Street. And then the very next day, after this massive fire on Clemente Street, it displaced a lot of families. The next morning, we had a snowstorm, right?
Yep.
We had a snowstorm. It was our first snowstorm of the year. But the very next day, the firemen had to go into another emergency.
Franklin.
Yeah, and this one happened on Franklin Street and High Street. The very next day.
It's like one after the other, and that's so sad. Like
sad, you know. So you know, we want to definitely send our prayers to all the families that were affected. You know, and you know, a lot of families were affected. You know, also the reason why I wanted to talk about this, and I want to shed light on, because the word was out, they came out why the fires were occurred, and the reason why they occurred was because I think it was the power sources, like plugging. So we're gonna space heaters. Do not leave your space heaters plugged in. That's why I wanted to bring this up too. I wanted to shed light
Yeah.
I wanted to make this like shedding a light moment on. Be careful, you know. Right now we're in the winters.
Remember, all these buildings are old and everything. You got to be very careful. You know,
Yeah.
don't plug anything in. If you have anything in, make sure that you're or plugged in. Make sure that you're watching it.
Yeah.
And if you're leaving your home,
Unplug it.
Unplug it.
That's where I was gonna get at with it.
You never know.
Just talk more about that because that's what I was gonna get on. So
Yeah,
whatever.
you never know because it happens, and especially with old buildings.
Yeah.
Don't plug too much things in one socket. That's another thing because it burns out. It happened to me.
Yeah.
I had a couple things plugged in one thing, and thank God I have a good smell.
She caught it.
I caught it, and it had burnt the thing.
The plastic.
Eso mismo, el plástico.
It burned the plastic on the on the plug.
Yeah.
And thank God she caught it.
Yeah.
You know.
I smelt it.
Yeah. She smelt it
smelled it. I'm
burning.
like,
And she caught it. If not, it would have been a fire.
yeah,
you know,
it could have been a fire.
But this happening is I want to bring awareness.
Too much voltage in one socket. That's too much.
Do not plug extension cords into a what is that called? The bar. The I forgot what they call it. Let me see. You could take that off
The
the
switch.
screen.
The hold on.
Yep.
El switche.
The switcher. Yeah, it's called the El switcher. Sorry for laughing, but don't plug that El switcher. But there's a name. It's called the power strip.
Eso mismo.
The power strip.
Yeah.
Don't plug. I'm gonna read the article real quick. Matter of fact, if you could read it, because my voice, give my voice a break, man, please, guys. So go to the notes and you'll see the. And then right under the picture of the fire with Western Mass News, you'll see the story, and you can read the whole thing right there.
Okay.
Where it starts off with Holyoke, Mass. You'll see it.
For the fuego.
The fire, yeah, the one with the picture with the fire.
Victims,
right under it, you can read all that, and it gives the details. It gives the details, so I want everybody to listen closely on what was the cause of the reason and the cause of the fires.
Okay.
And this can help you guys out in your house. So I want to bring awareness.
So you want me to put the
No.
I'll put us here.
Yeah, you can just put us, and then you go ahead and read the article, and then you can put the picture after.
All right. So the Iseki.
Listen up, guys.
It says Holyoke, Mass. Fire officials have provided new details into massive fires at two separate Holyoke apartment buildings. In a joint statement from local and state investigators, it was announced Wednesday that it appears the fires of Clemente Street and High Street appear to be accidental, but the exact cause of each fire remains under investigation. On Monday, 26 families were displaced after fire broke out at an apartment building on Clemente Street. Investigators found that the fire started in a second-floor apartment, and based on an examination of the scenes and witness interviews, they don't believe the fire was intentionally set. Then, just hours later on Tuesday, a 3-alarm fire broke out on High Street, which extended to properties on High and Franklin Street. As of Wednesday, those who lived in 45 apartments have been displaced and no injuries were reported.
Thank God, no injuries.
Exactly. Investigators found that the fire began in a first floor bedroom, and they saw a power strip that was plugged into a multi-plug adapter.
That's what I want y'all to listen to, that part.
Yep. So it was a a power strip that was plugged into a multi-plug adapter. This investigation is still active, but we know that overloaded power strips and extension cords are a common cause of electrical fires.
You heard, guys?
Said Massachusetts State Fire Marshal John Devine in a statement. These devices are designed for temporary use and can't handle the current drawn by too many appliances, like I explained. Please use them sparingly and always plug them directly into the wall outlet, not another extension cord, power strip, or adapter. So basically, use the plug that's on your wall if you're going to get a strip.
Yeah.
Plug it to the main source that's in the
Exactly.
wall. In both instances, fire officials noted that the building's alarm systems worked as they should have, which allowed residents to safely escape in addressing the snowy and wintry conditions during which firefighters worked at Tuesday's fire on High Street. Holyoke Fire Chief John Kettlewitz explained, Holyoke firefighters did a tremendous job under extremely difficult conditions. They faced heavy fire with zero visibility at times, with snow and ice making their work even harder. This fire could have spread even further and threatening even more homes, and I want to recognize their extraordinary performance in containing it. And all of us want to thank our mutual aid partners, the Holyoke Police Department and Holyoke Emergency Management, for their strong support.
Yes.
Efforts are now underway to help those impacted by both fires. Holyoke Mayor Joshua Garcia, shout out.
Yeah, shout out to Joshua
Noted
Garcia.
that one such effort includes a fund established by Enlace La Familia.
Thank you for reading that, man. Right now I want to give a bunch of shout outs right now. I want to start off with the firefighters. They are the true heroes.
Yes.
And containing those fires, especially with no visibility in the snowstorm. Like that is the dangerous job to risk your life.
They were dedicated.
Do you know what I'm saying? So that's the first shout out I want to give. They're the heroes in this, right? And then I also want to shout out to mutual aid partners, the Holyoke Police Department and Holyoke Emergency Management Team.
Yep.
Shout out to Priscilla. You know, I seen her a couple of days after. You know, shout out to her. She was doing a great job, and a few other people. I seen Anthony Soto, which is the school superintendent of Holyoke. He was involved. He was there. Joshua Garcia, shout out to them, and anybody else. Yeah, the mayor. Shout out to the mayor. Anybody else that had anybody that contributed, because they were there. So they were. I want to also shout out Enlace de Familias.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's a great program in Holyoke.
It is.
That will help out with other, I use them a lot at work.
Yeah. Good.
You need a referral, though, from like a doctor or a provider, like a therapist or something like that. You need a referral in order to that, though. Unless you're by yourself and everything, you could call them and they could help. They help out with a lot of things. They help out with furniture. If people are in need of furniture, they can help you with apartments. They can help you with the same thing that I'm doing. They can help you with also.
Yeah.
You know, they can help you with resumes. They can help. There's a lot of things they can help with.
Yeah.
You know, so look them up. Enlace de Familia.
Yeah.
And,
shout out to everybody in Holyoke.
Yep.
Everybody that came together in this time of need for all these families, especially around the holidays. They're going through this. That's very sad. And be very careful with your outlets. You know, if you're leaving your home, unplug these strong current power sources. You got to unplug them. Because you might lose your house. You might have animals in this house. You wanna protect the animals as well. Because you could probably leave a space heater or something plugged in, and you leave the house real quick, and that could be the end of it. And then you have a lot of there's your house. Then you got to go through this thing. So I want to send prayers to all the families affected, but I also want to say thank you to all the people that
came together,
that donated, because these families lost everything, and and shout out to everybody that came together, and donated, I'm talking about the whole community. I'm talking about this thing went viral. They had a link for like not a GoFundMe, but it was like a fundraising thing. It wasn't a GoFundMe, but it was a GoFundMe, but not through GoFundMe. It was through Enlace de Familias. They had set up a thing so they could put the families in hotels, give food, clothing. They lost a lot of things. So, I want to thank all these people and companies and just regular people that just contributed and give their things and come to these people's aid. That was the best part of it, is watching everybody come together. You heard? So I wanted to shed light on that. I wanted to bring awareness to, these outlets, these unplug. Don't leave these things plugged in. These strong things, especially space heaters, because we're in the winter. Yeah. Right now we're in December, about to go into January. These are the times that people are using these space heaters. Exactly,
and they also sell like these space heaters that shut off.
Yep.
If it overheats.
Yep.
So it prevents you from having a fire in your home. So maybe you guys should invest in those.
I like those. Yeah, I like those a lot.
Because it might protect you. It helps. It protects you from even that fire happening or starting.
Yeah. So this is another topic that we wanted to get into. So shout out to all the families and prayers, man. We love y'all. Here at Massive Talk Podcast, me and Luz. But look at this one. You want to read this one?
You want me to?
Yeah, you can read it.
It says gray hair may indicate The body's natural cancer defense system, research shows.
Look at that, So that was, I wanted to bring that up. And then you can read the notes on that. I'll tell you when. Let me see. You can remove that, and then there's notes right under it. You know what I'm saying? Boom. So that sounds interesting, to motivate. This to motivate everybody that's hitting that age, or there's even young people with gray hairs too. You know what I'm saying? So, but we wanna motivate. We want to motivate. This is to motivate the people that if you have gray hairs, we're gonna inspire you. Si tienes gana, we're gonna inspire you.
Píntate pelo.
Te lo puedes pintar. Te lo puedes pintar, pero esto es para motivación, para que tú sabes lo que haces. You can read that one today. Right.
All right, it says, your gray hairs might be your body's secret cancer defense at work. Most people think gray hair means stress, age, or genetics. But new research suggests something far more surprising. Those silver strands could be a sign that your body is activating one of its strongest built-in protections against cancer.
That's fire.
Look at that. I never knew that's what it meant.
That's fire.
Here is the science behind it. Your hair color comes from pigment cells called melanocytes.
Melanocytes.
These cells.
Melanocytes. Melanocytes.
These cells work hard throughout your life, but when they detect serious DNA damage in the body, they sometimes shut themselves down. When this happens, pigment stops being produced and the hair grows in gray or white instead. It is the body choosing protection over appearance. Instead of letting damaged cells keep multiplying and possibly turn cancerous, your system turns them off completely. That means your gray hair might not be a flaw. It might be proof that your body is fighting for you. It might be a little signal that your inner biology is doing exactly what it was designed to do. Protect, repair, prevent bigger problems before they start. So the next time you catch a new gray strand in the mirror, you can see it differently. Not as something to hide, but as a quiet reminder that your body is working behind the scenes to keep you healthy.
You heard? So basically, don't get discouraged. You know what I'm saying? If embrace those grays, and it's but if you want to color your hair, you can. There's nothing wrong with that. I like me a nice black beard, you know what I'm saying? But
exactly,
basically, but that's what it's letting you know is this is telling you what your body is doing and what these mean, so that's pretty good information that we wanted to share with the people. Yeah, we wanted to share with the people, not to get discouraged with that. You know what I'm saying? What you think about that? Talk to me. What do you think about that?
I think that's good, but I'm still gonna color my hair.
Yeah. You can cut.
Thank you. I'll look at the gray hair, and then you're like giving me, telling me whatever, and then I'll say my hair.
Shout out to Fat Joe. He got Rewind the Time, man. He got his hair coloring thing. Rewind the Time. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna shout out Fat Joe with Rewind the Time. Shout out to their new podcast, Joe and Jada. With Fat Joe and Jadakiss is doing great numbers. We're gonna shout them out. But I bring that up because Fat Joe got his new hair coloring thing. Yeah, he got a kit. He has a kit. That so there's nothing wrong with coloring your hair. Basically, that's what I'm trying to say.
Fat Joe got hair?
Well, for his beard, he does it for his beard.
Oh,
he does it for his beard, and she's funny. Fat Joe got hair. She said, yeah. He used to when he was young. Yeah. Okay. Let me see what else we got here. There's a few other things that we could zip through real quick. Let me see what we got. Give me a second. All right, let's talk about this surgery right here. Look at this. China completes world's first remote surgery from 3,100 miles away via satellite with 0 complications. That's pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? When they can do surgeries, from 3,100 miles away. I think that's pretty
That's
cool.
crazy.
So you could take that off the screen. I'm going to read it. So the world just watched a surgeon save a life from 3,100 miles away. China has officially done what once sounded impossible. A surgical team performed a full medical procedure from more than 3,100 miles away, guiding robotic instruments through a satellite link with zero delay and zero complications. The patient lay in one city, the surgeon worked in another, and the operation went perfectly. Here's how it happened. A special high-speed satellite system carried every hand movement with incredible precision. The robot responded instantly as if the surgeon were standing right over the patient. No shaking, no lag, no errors, just clean, steady control. Doctors say the robot even allowed finer movements than the human hand usually can. This breakthrough could completely change global healthcare. It means a world where top surgeons can treat patients anywhere. Remote villages, disaster zones, war zones, even space missions. No one would be too far away to get expert care. It also raises a simple but powerful thought. If distance no longer stops a surgeon from reaching you, how far can the future of medicine go from here? Huh? And I know y'all can hear my voice. It sounds crazy. You can show that picture right there. It's getting worse because we're over an hour into this podcast, and I've been pushing my voice limits to the next level, and we're about to give it a break, but here we are, episode 9, man. I'm excited, you know what I'm saying? I think I'm gonna end it there, because my voice is raspy. We're over an hour already, and I want to thank you guys for tapping in with me and Luce. You know, right, Luce?
Yes. And have a great weekend. Stay positive.
Yes.
Don't let nothing bring you down. Yep. And we will see y'all back.
Let's go. We out.